In this lesson we're going to look at division problems where we're also asked to round our answer. This is really important because most of the time the problems you need to divide in the real world won't end up giving you a really nice quotient, in the sense that you could do the division process forever and ever and you'll never get a remainder of 0. And so obviously in those cases at some point we need to just stop the division process and say, okay, this is close enough, and then give a rounded answer. Alright, and so the rule we're going to use is we're going to continue to divide until we have one place value to the right of our rounding digit in the quotient. So we'll see how that works in these two problems. So let's start with our 15.3 divided by 7, and this is a nice one because I don't have to move my decimal point over at all. So 7 goes into 15 twice, get 14, remainder of 1, drop my 3. 7 goes into 13, oops, I forgot my decimal point up here, can't forget that. 7 goes into 13 just once, so I get a remainder of 6. We're out of digits, but the remainder is definitely not 0, so we add a 0 over here, drop it down. 7 goes into 60 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Get a remainder of 4, add another 0. 7 goes into 40 5 times. 7 times 5 is 35. We get 5. And at this point, some people are tempted to stop. And they're tempted to stop because, hey, this is the tenths, hundredths, thousandths place, and that's what they asked us to round to. But remember, when we round, we need to look at the digit to the right to know whether to round up or down. And so we definitely need one more 0 here. So we're going 1 past our rounding digit. 7 goes into 57 times, and so you can see how important it was that I went one more. Because this is a 7, that tells me to round the 5 up to a 6. So my rounded answer is 2.186. For this next one, we're asked to round to the nearest hundredth. So we have 1.72 divided by 0.3. But remember, when we're dividing by a decimal, we need to move the decimal point over so that it's a whole number. So that's just one place here. So I need to match it with one place in my dividend. So what we're really doing is we're taking 17.2 divided by 3. 3 goes into 17, of course, 5 times. Drop down my 2. Bring my decimal point up. 3 goes into 22 7 times. 3 times 7 is 21. Now we start adding zeros. 3 goes into 10 3 times. And one more time we'll add a 0 because we're at the hundredths place now, but we need to be 1 past it. 3 goes into 10 3 times. So I can see that this is a 3, so I leave this 3 in the hundredths place where it is. So my rounded answer to the nearest hundredth is 5.